Hello everyone, welcome to A Trader's Journey. My name is Leslie Pips. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and today I just thought I should get back to it, and get back to trading again. Life has been busy. I haven't been able to trade. I think I recorded one of these about 2 weeks ago, but yeah, so thank you for joining me. Hopefully I can be consistent from now on and give you guys good content and good analysis, and hopefully it helps you guys going forward. So today we're just gonna do just 3 pairs. I just want to do a quick analysis of gold and EU. These are the pairs that I trade a lot because of the volume of the pairs, and so yeah, I'm just gonna take you through my thoughts and my thinking going into the new week, what I think price is gonna do, and we can just take it from there. And then obviously we react to how the market reacts, and yeah, and then I'm just gonna give you my piece, my thoughts, and you can do whatever you do with that information. Take it forth, don't take it forth, but I'm just here to document my journey. So welcome, and it's going to be a quick video because I only trade 2 pairs at the moment, 3 sometimes if you put in UJ into the mix. So yeah, let's go through it, and then let's see what we can figure out together going into the next week. So here I'm going to begin on gold, and I've already done some annotations I was doing some work on the weekend, and I did some annotations on what I feel is going to happen. What I feel happened the previous week. I was looking at some of the missed trades I might have taken if I was active on the markets. So that type of work over the weekend, it's quite nice to just go through it and reassure yourself and your strategy and what's the type of trades you could have seen, you could have taken in that week. It's a good exercise to do. So if you guys want to do that exercise, I encourage you to do it at the end of the week, or maybe on a Saturday or Sunday morning, whenever you have time over the weekend. Just review the markets, review the charts, and see exactly what you could have done, what trades you could have taken based on the setups, based on your strategy, and the setups you could have seen if you were active in the market, or if you were active in the market and you couldn't take those trades. It's a good exercise for you to actually go through and continue doing those reps and continue working on your strategy and see how it works on certain market conditions. Sometimes you might have missed those trades, but once the noise quiets down and you sit down on the charts, you can actually see what you could have seen during the trading hours. So I encourage you to try this exercise. I've done it, and then I'll do a video about it on how I do my end of the week analysis, and show you what I basically the trades I've taken and the trades I could have taken. So it's a good exercise, but for now I'm just gonna give you my analysis, and then hopefully you pick up something from it. So I usually start on the daily. As you can see, I've done my annotations for the previous week. I've marked my weekly high and weekly low and see how price behaved that week. So coming up to gold, let me delete some of this stuff. You can see exactly where price was reacting from. You'll see this level on the 4-hour chart, and obviously in gold we had this big push. Let me just draw my fibs here. We had a big run here, and then we pulled back into the 0.65. This level over here held price. I'll just draw it for you. So obviously we're still very bullish on gold. Let me just draw this level for you. See this level here. This is the highest high since this break, right? Price came, filled some of these gaps. You see it left some imbalance here. It filled some of this imbalance, and then held above this level and started moving above. So it came back into this section here, which it's been holding price for quite some time. This consolidation section. Obviously on the lower time frames there are some trades there, but this is the last clean run that we saw on gold, this one here. So looking forward now into what we think is going to happen in the future. So obviously on Monday we opened very bullishly. We had a run on Monday, and that sort of set up the week, and then price was trading within this candle over here. The whole week we were trading inside this candle. We never broke above it. We broke a little bit, and then we've been trading basically below inside of this candle here, this Monday candle. So what tends to happen with gold is there's a lot of orders being put in on a Friday. So when the market opens, it usually opens with a gap. You'll see the gap on the lower time frames, and you just look back the previous weeks, and if you guys know the commitment of traders report, go have a look at it and see where the big players are placing their orders. You can see there's a lot of big orders placed over the Friday. So when the market opens, it usually opens with a lot of volume. You can see, if you just go do your homework, look at the Mondays, look where when the Sunday 6 p.m. New York time, that's when the gold market opens. So go have a look at there and see what happens there. So yeah, what I'm looking at is quite interesting actually. You can see like we had this big push, we traded inside this candle. Obviously you can see pull back and then move, create, fail to break the obviously we created this consolidation zone, which is an area of value, which because we created this run. So we came back and pulled back into this level, and we continued our run. So at this moment, when you can see what the market is doing, we are breaking structure. We created a structure high here, came back and broke the structure. Now this is our new structure high based on this run over here. So for me, what I'm looking at is what's next. Obviously there's a gap here on the lower time frame. I'll show you now. So we have this run, came back into this level, into this order block here. So what I think price is going to do, right, because of it's overpriced at this level, I'm thinking we're gonna have another test at this level here, because of I feel like we've reached a high here on 3.5. It's been failing every time it comes up. It fails to create a new high. So I feel like it's starting to slow down a bit, and we might see another retest at this level over here. Let me just draw it for you guys. We'll see another retest at this level over here because of how Friday closed. You see how Friday closed? Friday closed very, very bearishly, and that has to do with the non-farm payroll that happened on Friday. So we are looking at if I come back here, so let me show you on the 4-hour chart, right? So there is a gap here, right, the price is attracted to, right? So I'm gonna make my decision based on how price reacts of this gap. So we could come down, retest this level, come back to this level again. There's another gap here, another Sunday open gap. You can see what I'm talking about. So my prediction is I want to see what we do on this gap over here. But obviously you can see a break of structure over here. This is my break of structure. Let me clean up my chart a bit so that you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. So obviously we came back into this level, we had our consolidation here and we broke structure over here, right? So for me, I'm thinking price it's failing to move higher and higher. So we definitely gonna have another run below to this level over here. It's quite an important level. That's my thoughts. You know, price can come into this gap and react, but I feel like we are in a premium zone at this point. It's overpriced. It needs another dip into these levels for us to look at buying again. At the current, I'm short on gold at the moment because of the way it fails to create new highs. Every time a pull goes up, fails. Obviously this high is still holding. It broke structure here, but we broke back below, and this level, if I stretch it across, it failed to hold price. So we broke above this, and this is an internal structure low, right? This is my structure over here. It's for structure high, so we're in a premium zone. So I'm looking at price to come back into this gap, react, maybe do something like that for next week. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a shorter, maybe come back into the middle of the range and see what we do from here. But obviously we are still, this is still internal structure, not structure low here, structure high here, and there's a gap here. But I feel like we have a look at price coming down to this area here, which is our 3175, and then we'll see what it does here. But I'm currently short because these levels are not strong enough to hold price. This low over here and this low over here, it's not strong enough to hold price at this moment. So that's gonna be taken, I feel like, and I'm gonna see what we do below this gap, you know, because of, if we go back to the daily, I just want to show you quickly this gap. It's also the previous weekly low, you know, that's Monday's low. So I feel like we gotta close below this level and then retest it again, and then we'll see another run coming down here. So that's my prediction on gold. Obviously I only do my analysis on the 4 hour, on the daily and the 4 hour, and then I execute on the 1 hour and the 15 minutes. So I don't do my analysis on the 1 hour, I only execute on the 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's gold for me, right? I'm predicting maybe more confluence. You can see I'm predicting a bearish week for gold. Going into EU, okay, sorry, this is my weekend's work. Let me delete all of this. There we go. Daily, obviously same thing. My weekly high, my weekly low over here. If you guys want to see it, it's over here. It looks similar to gold, and I feel like same thing's gonna happen, but it's not as strong as gold. But we've been struggling to break this high since we created it. Obviously same to gold, same as gold. We came back 0.76, pushed, but my issue is this run is very slow. This run is very slow, and this run is very slow. It's not a really you don't see a lot of volume here in these two runs, you know. So it's I'm quite neutral at the moment. I feel like it's gonna go bearish, but I'm quite neutral because I don't see any volume going either side, you know. Obviously we are still obviously very bullish with EU, but I'm not seeing any runs, any big candles to signal that volume is coming in for either direction. So I'm quite neutral on this. And if I go on the weekly, just have a look at the weekly quickly. You can see we had a very good week, the week of the 19th of May, and then uncertain week, another uncertain week. Yeah, so I'm sort of in between on EU, you know. I'm in the middle at the moment, but daily is not giving us much at the moment. Obviously we had This is non-farm payroll, and we closed below Thursday lows. This is weekly high, and let's see what we do if price comes to the Monday low. Maybe we might have another run because of obviously this area over here which is exposed, and we'll see. But it's not filling me with confidence because of how the market's reacting. There's a lot of indecision in these two runs and in these candles. There's a lot of indecision, and if I go in the lower time frames, you'll see I don't like when the candles, it doesn't leave gaps. It's just up and down, and it doesn't fill me with confidence. Obviously, if I just go be granular about it, you can see it's a break of structure. So weekly high, weekly low, break of structure. We're coming up to this previous weekly low over here, and let's see what we do when price gets to this point. I feel like it's probably gonna open and come to this area, and then I'll make a decision when we get to this area whether we do this and then run down, or we can either do this, reject, and then go back up again. But I feel like this level here will tell me all that I need to know about what's coming next. This level over here, it's gonna tell me all I need to know about what's coming next. You know, at this moment, I'm not looking for any trades on EU on Monday, and I'll make a decision after I see how Monday works out. But at the moment, it's not clean. I don't love this price action, and yeah, and I'm gonna leave it at that because it's not clean. I'm gonna see what we do at this level, and then I'll make a decision. Looking at UJ quickly, it's another high volume pair that I like. UJ, a lot of volume came in on UJ. It looks a bit cleaner than EU. We can probably start making decisions here. You can see obviously on EU I still have my structure high and low, and we've been sort of consolidating in this zone. Now we started breaking here. You can see there's a break of structure over here, and we closed above this consolidation zone. This is the last week's trading. Basically, it was up and down as well, you know, no decision made. And this is, if I just write it for you, this is the weekly low, and then we finally broke the weekly high and then create another high. So we have a break of structure here on UJ, right? We have a break of structure here on UJ. Now if I go into the 4-hour chart, I just want to quickly show you what I'm talking about. If I go on the 4-hour chart, here's our break of structure, right? So I need to see a reaction from this point, right? I want to see what price does when it gets here. If we reject and reject again, I want to see a move. Right now we pushed with a lot of volume. I want to see a corrective. I want us to correct into this level here. If price slows down at this point, I'm gonna wait for a volume candle to show me the way, you know. But this level for me will say a lot. I feel like we're gonna open and then see what price does here. But I feel like it's gonna correct. Let me just draw it for you guys. It's gonna create like a correction zone, like that, and then probably at this area we'll get another volume candle pushing price up. That's my prediction on UJ. You know, my charts remain very clean, very simple. At this moment we are in a discounted zone, just broke the structure, created a weak high, finally broke through the structure. Now I'm looking at price coming into the zone, and I'll make my decision from there. But I'm bullish on UJ. Let me mark it, and gold. So these are the two pairs that I'm looking at going into next week, and see if I can find some trades. Monday will tell me everything. Typically don't trade on Monday because Monday sets up the week, but if I see a setup, I'll probably trade it. But these are the two that are looking more likely for me to trade next week. So I only look at these pairs, sometimes GU, but GU has been doing GU things, so I'm staying away from GU for a bit. EU is not clean. The cleaner ones are gold and UJ. So that's my plan. I'm gonna be looking for something like this on UJ, and then a run into this high, into this internal structure high. So that's what I'm looking at from these two pairs. So I don't look at a lot of pairs. I haven't had a lot of time on the charts, so I try to keep my pairs to minimum 2, 3, 4 maximum, and then just take it from there, because of it's been a very busy time in my life at the moment, and I haven't had a time to actually trade and be on the charts every day. So that's why I'm looking at 2 or 3 pairs. So hopefully my analysis helped you a bit, and I didn't ramble on to confuse you guys. Hopefully I keep it clean, I keep it simple, and yeah, it's high time frame analysis, and I execute on the 1 minute and the 15 minute. No, the 1 hour and 15 minutes. I don't analyze on those charts, I just execute. So hopefully it helps. Hopefully you guys pick up a thing or two, and I hope I can keep the videos coming, and I get the time to actually take you through to trades and take some trades and do some recap on the trades, so you can see what I was thinking during the trades and everything. So hopefully you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.